This is kind of like a fun, shorter video, and it's titled Let Go or Be Dragged. I've got a magnet on my file cabinet that says Let Go or Be Dragged. It is a very good reminder. And one of the women in one of my classes described it this way. She said this was her visual picture, and it helped me get a better picture of what this looks like to her. She said it's being dragged behind a horse through the dirt while holding on to the rope and refusing to let go, all the while the horse is dragging you around and around wherever the horse wants to go. And it's like you're stuck. You're going where that horse is going. That horse we know has a will that is strong, and if it's in control, you have no power, especially when you're on the ground behind the horse, hanging onto the rope or beside the horse. So let go or be dragged. So, how does that look in our relationships? Well, it's something we continually need to be reminded of, not only in our dysfunctional relationships, but our even in our normal life, because all of us have a will that wants our way. A lot of us know that or think that we're right. And in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, it talks about every like having your life that you have these ideas of where everyone should stand on a stage like they're acting in a play, and you're the director, and you're going to tell them where to go and what to do and what to say. And that's kind of how like we have to let go of that control and accept that we can't control other people, which is kind of what the reminder is here, that we're powerless over people, places, and things. We don't like it. It's and often when we don't get our way, we just try harder to get our way, which makes things even worse. There is a backlash. A lot of people don't like being told what to do, and they don't want to be controlled. And they do have a right to make choices for themselves. God gave them that right. Even our children are going to make their own choices. They make their own choices when they're little. We end up disciplining them or giving them consequences for that, but they're still making their own choices. So we can love people, but we can't control them. We can influence them by setting our boundaries and by being a really good example, but we can't make them accept our help. We can't make them hear our ideas. We can't make them choose like we want them to choose. If we could protect them, we think. We could help them. We could give them a better outcome, but we don't have the right or the control that would allow that to do that. So when we're being dragged around, tethered to other people, when we're trying to convince them to change, it's like we're getting pulled behind them and they're going everywhere they want to go anywhere. I think you can think of your difficult marriage, if you're in a difficult marriage where your spouse, you're not letting go and you're hanging on to what that spouse is doing, and your spouse, husband, wife, walking around doing whatever it is that they want to do and are gonna do, and you're behind them going, no, no, don't go, don't go, and you're just getting drugged behind them. They're dragging you through the dirt. You're stressed, you're anxious, you're obsessed, you're not living your own life, you're not taking care of yourself, you're nagging, you're doing things, saying things that you don't want to do. Often in Al-Anon, it talks about how we look like the crazy ones because we're the ones that are freaking out and getting angry and trying to control people and arguing and trying to convince them. And we're the ones and I know for me, I'll be vulnerable here. My neighbors heard me yelling a lot, and I think to them I sounded like I was the crazy one, like I was the one causing all the problems. I was reacting to what was going on, but I sounded like I was the one that was completely nuts. So here is, while we're neglecting ourselves, getting drug around by other people trying to change them, and our lives are falling apart, other people are just going about their business. So we can let go, or be aware of the choice to let go, release the rope, or be dragged by hanging onto the rope, going wherever it is that they're going, And so we let go by recognizing one, or I'm going to use you because then you can apply this to yourself. Let go by recognizing that you are being dragged. And again, this is just symbolic, okay? You're being dragged around behind somebody else. You're just going wherever they're going because you're letting them be in control. Let go because you're tired of being dragged, tired of doing the same thing. Let go by accepting your powerlessness. Powerless. I love powerlessness. That concept is just so clear to me. Let go by focusing on your own life. When you are powerless and you admit powerlessness over others, even your children, your spouse, your parents, your friends, your boss, your siblings, grandparents, your ex-spouse, when you let go and you admit you're powerless, then you get the power to live your own life. By letting go of theirs, now your hands are free and you can say, oh, what can I do to live my own life? They're living their own life, their own lives. You get to live your life, which you've been neglecting because you're focused on them and you're focused on getting them to do what you want them to do. And it's not working. It never works. So you're going to let go by focusing on your own life. Where do you want to start? What do you want to do to take care of yourself? What do you want to do to that's good for you? What are you doing that's not good for you? Stop doing it. Well, you're getting drug around by somebody else. Let go. Stop being dragged. Get that picture of that horse or that difficult loved one, literally with a rope. You've got a rope around their waist, like you're trying to lasso a horse, right? And you've got that rope around their waist trying to control what they're doing, and they're just going on their merry old way, living their life, doing whatever it is that they want to do, and you're hanging on and bumping in the dirt and getting kicked around and hit, and your life is in the dust, and you deserve to live your life. So stop being dragged. Be tired. Recognize you're tired of that. Now, here's a couple scriptures. Proverbs 13:3, those who guard their lips preserve their lives, but those who speak rashly will come to ruin. When you feel compelled to explain and try to convince the other person of your truth, and it backfires, absolutely backfires on you 100%. I know because I've done it with lots of difficult people. Proverbs 16:25 says, there is a way that appears to be right, but in the end, it leads to death. It looks right for you to hang on to the other person to get them to do what you think is right, but in the end, it doesn't work and it ends up leading to your death. Hey, I know a lot of people who are sick from their dysfunctional relationships. Okay, don't be one of them. And if you are, start doing what it takes to take care of yourself. God bless you. Thank you for watching.